disposal in 2018. My fellow citizens, through our time together, I held steadfast to two cornerstones of leadership: keeping the peace and upholding the democratic process and the root of our democratic journey. I am immensely proud that during my tenure, Liberia remained at peace with itself and at peace with its neighbor. Our armed forces, the force of good, were never turned against our own people, and external actions were confined to international peacekeeping mission under the United Nations. This peace, sustained by our own domestic resources, is a testament to the maturity and strength of our nation. We protected the inalienable rights of every Liberian citizen as enshrined in our Constitution. Freedom of speech, assembly, and expression were not only preserved, but celebrated. There were no political prisoners or prisoners of conscience during my entire term, a testament to the development of strong democratic institutions that are now not only hailed as competent and professional, but as trusted and credible. Liberia is now regarded as a pillar of democracy in West Africa and a shining example to the world. This was only made possible through our various collaborative efforts. I want to thank all Liberians, regardless of your political affiliation, for staying the course and helping build a stronger and more vibrant nation. As I step aside as President of Liberia, I will remain actively engaged with the politics of the country as standard bearer and political leader of the Coalition for Democratic Change, the CDC, in order to ensure the continuation of our strong and vibrant democracy. I therefore urge you, my fellow citizens, to continue to be law-abiding and seek peaceful means to resolve differences, embrace tolerance and dialogue. Let us love one another and come together as one people, one nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Let us remember the strength of our unity, the resilience of our democracy, and the hope that lies in the future of Liberia. As we welcome a new era, let us move forward hands in hand with a shared commitment to building a united nation that will continue to strive on observing the tenets of democracy and adhering to the rule of law. May God bless you all, and may God continue to bless the Republic of Liberia.
Those who wrote the speech, inaugurationally, everybody happy. We are rejoicing over the defeat of the old regime. We are rejoicing about our effort to bring a new regime. Then we'll sit down with happiness. We go write paper for that 79-year-old man. He's talking to me. Then you go there, I will tell you that nation. I will tell US, I will bring one for you. Because you think one for you, transit. By the time you open up, bring, when you come to the
when you elect a clown and you think that he will be a king, what he does is to convert the kingdom into a circus. This is what we must deal with, and this is what we must say. Who do we elect into our public offices? Because, as I've said before, when you allow hyenas to take care of goats, why should you be surprised when the goats are eaten? This is the same. And Africa is only going to realize our potential in all areas when, by dint of choice, we enable and allow our best men and women to serve in different areas. I've heard it being said about Lee Kuan Yew in Singapore. I've heard it being suggested about Mahathir Mohamad in Malaysia. I've heard it being said about Japan. I've heard it being said about other countries, but there was a conscious decision on the part of those individuals and the followership. We always talk about leaders, but we never talk about the followers. The followers must also style up. Africans on average are for some reason attracted to thieves. Africans are for some reason attracted to men and women who cannot serve her. And when they are not served, then they complain. When Africans are told, choose you now whom we shall release, Jesus of Nazareth or Barabbas, they say, release Barabbas. And when Barabbas behaves like Barabbas, they say, why are you not behaving like Christ? It cannot be done.
In May of 2001, signed a second of two executive orders, number 13213, Defense Exhibit D310, in which it was stated, and I quote, the government of Liberia's complicity in the RUF's illicit trade in diamonds and its other forms of support for the RUF are direct challenges to the United States foreign policy objectives in the region, as well as the rule-based international order that is critical to the peace and prosperity of the United States. Therefore, I find these actions by the government of Liberia contribute to the unusual and extraordinary threat to the foreign policy of the United States described in Executive Order 13194, with respect to which the President declared a national emergency. This executive order did not say the alleged complicity, it concluded the complicity. The conspiracy was born, all systems put into motion, and here I stand today. I never stood a chance. This is the broader contextual matrix that regrettably did not and still has not seen the light of day in these proceedings, despite the gallant efforts by the defense to unearth and reveal the contextual framework behind the charges against me. Now, with the two executive orders, the dogs were let out, so to speak. What followed was a dispatch of the attack pack led by Lieutenant Colonel David Crane, Defense Intelligence 30 years prosecutor. He, Crane, unlawfully unsealed the court's sealed indictment to his handlers, senior U.S. government officials at the U.S. Embassy in Freetown, and was never held to account. The rest of the operational team are Colonel Brendan Hollis, Defense Intelligence, CIA, U.S. Air Force, Senior Trial Counsel, and Armed Prosecutor. James C. Johnson, U.S. Army expert, 20 years on conventional and special operations, Chief of Prosecutions for the SCSL. Alan White, 30 years, Defense Intelligence, recalled from retirement to head up investigations at the Special Court of Sierra Leone. Stephen J. Rapp came on board as chief prosecutor for a short time with experience from Capitol Hill, where he served with a U.S. Senate Judiciary Committee sometime before. It came as no surprise to me that as a reward of sorts for Stephen Rapp's diligence in the execution of U.S. foreign policy objectives through these ad hoc tribunals, he was appointed U.S. Ambassador at Large for War Crimes issues. In support of the contextual framework of politics, on February 8, 2006, Lieutenant Colonel David Crane, prosecutor, appeared before a U.S. Congress Subcommittee on Africa, Defense Exhibit D404, and spelled out in clear terms the decision taken in support of regime change in Liberia and what needed to happen to solidify that process. There was little mention, if any, in his testimony about Sierra Leone. And here is what he said. I posit that 5 years from now, when the international community is challenged by other crises, Taylor in Calabar, under the protection of Nigeria, will make his move. We will wake up one morning and watch on CNN as Taylor rides triumphantly down the main street in Monrovia to the executive mansion, daring all of us to come and get him. Unless he is handed over to the Special Court for Sierra Leone, this scenario is not out of the realm of possibilities. He then asked, how do we assure Liberia's future? And he answers that. Ultimately, he says, what we do about Taylor in the next several weeks will determine the fate of Liberia and the new administration of its president, Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. Crane then sets out several plans, two of which I'll state here. He said, first, hand Charles Taylor over to the Special Court for Sierra Leone for a fair trial, his kind of trial. This takes him out of the local and regional dynamics that is West Africa. Second, tie any financial and political support to good governance in Liberia. time does not permit, but the exhibits are present. Not even the Nigerian nation was spared from threats and intimidation, as explained by Femi Kayode, press secretary to President Obasanjo, the Nigerian head of state, who was with him in Washington when President George W. Bush promised, and I quote, to bring Nigeria to its knees if Taylor was not turned over to the special court. And what happened? Obasanjo buckled and capitulated. Now, this demonstrates the significant pressure that was brought to bear on President Obasanjo, irrespective of his personal and leadership obligations to the West African sub-region. And therein lies the dilemma for current African heads of state and government, but how to enter into binding commitments and obligations with the African pairs and remain steadfast, resolute, and unyielding in their fidelity to those agreements in the face of such unrelenting and punishing pressure from powerful Western leaders.
My people, where you at? Where you at? Wake up from your slumber, stop sleeping. Whip your hands, whip your hands, whip your hands, whip your. Come on, come on, come on. I know y'all sleeping now. Y'all gotta wake up small, yeah? Okay, let's go. The people to us. The people lie to us. The government betray us. I said they lie. The people fool us, the people lie to us. The government betray us. They get lies, they get stick, they lie. I said we tired with their lies.
And somebody said to us,
with their promises.
Thank God you guys are back. And it's good that we have you guys back tonight behind these microphones to engage on the real issues. Let me say a very, very pleasant good evening to all of you across the country. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to those of you in the diaspora, our friends, our fans, our followers, our critics, and even those of you who do not like the things we say and the way we say them. It's good to have all of you joining us tonight. Today is Tuesday in Monrovia. It's the 24th day of February. And yes, a lot to talk about. The legal issues, the decisions coming from the courts are quite interesting. The Go-Slow PV Hospital in Bond County is a ghost scam. Martha Morris is barred in shame and disgrace. These are the issues we must talk about tonight. As long as the people continue to suffer, as long as the government continues to allow the people to suffer, we will not stop criticizing and engaging the system. The National Port Authority, APM terminals, what is happening? 2 years gone. The Ministry of Public Works, they are all on our radar tonight. We are about to ask the hard questions and make the hard opinions. 2 years gone, there is no sympathy for any head of entity anymore. There is no justification that will rest on the ice, because we gave you all enough time. We were focused on Joe Barker for 2 years because he was setting the agenda for the country. After 2 years, the agendas have been set. It's time to place the ministers, the heads of entity, under the radar. So it's time for us to engage the different sectors. Tonight, Giddings must answer some questions. And so yes, this is the size and shape of the show tonight. Maggie County Senator Nathaniel McGill has written an opinion. All of these were parts of the debate tonight, or the conversation, whatever it is. My name is Austin Kawa. Junkins Morris is here. Together we are going to drive you straight up to 10 o'clock. This show is proudly sponsored by Crime Stopper Liberia, and we are in partnership with Win Liberia and Bokongile Group of Company. Very shortly we take a word from our sponsor and partners. When we come back, we run into the issues.
My brother, God can bless anybody.
Win big today with Win Liberia on Freedom FM. Yes, for just $100 Liberian dollars or 50 cents United States dollars, you can win from 4,000 Liberian dollars up to 10,000 Liberian dollars. And for $200 Liberian dollars or $1 United States dollar on Japa days, you can win from 15,000 Liberian dollars, 50,000 Liberian dollars, 100,000 Liberian dollars, and up to 1 million Liberian dollars. For these amazing prizes, dial *255*1#. Again, dial *255*1#. The more you play, the better your chances. It's Win Liberia Cash Giveaway on Freedom FM.
Tell me so many know. We want peace in Liberia, peace in Morocco.
Yo, hello. I want to talk about violence. More violence is indiscriminate. It can happen for any reason and to anyone. Until we do something to stop the surge of vigilante-style justice in this country, none of us will be safe. My Liberia is Liberia of hope. In my Liberia, it is possible. Violence is not part of my Liberia. Violence leads to property damage, injury, or even death, as we are seeing in recent months in several parts of Liberia, including Monrovia. Talk to people in your community about violence. Stand up against mob justice. Be a community hero. Liberia is all that we have. We must all unite to uphold the rule of law. This is Old Man Sam Sanya, your community crime fighting partner. Thanks for listening. This is Old Man Sam Sanya.
We want peace in Liberia, peace in Monrovia. We want peace in Liberia.
Are you seeking financial empowerment, dreaming of building your future? Then your solution is Bokongile Group of Companies. Bokongile, your trusted partner in microfinance, construction, and general services. We provide microfinance for many institutions like House of Representatives, the Liberian Senate, National Port Authority, Governance Commission, LRA, Gender Ministry, Corporate Development Authority, GAC, and Other Lines Ministry and Agency, with a percentage range from 15% to 20%. At Bokongile, we understand your aspiration, your goals, and your dreams. That's why we offer tailored microfinance solutions designed to uplift individuals and communities alike. Whether you are an entrepreneur with a vision or a family aiming for a better tomorrow, our microfinance services pave the way to financial independence. But that's not all. Bokongile Group of Companies doesn't just stop at microfinance. Our expert construction team brings your architecture dreams to life. From residential to commercial projects, we craft spaces that inspire, innovate, and endure. And when it comes to general services, Bokongile is your one-stop destination. From facility management to logistics, we ensure seamless operation every step of the way. With our apartment rental and furnished apartment for long and short-term stay, you will enjoy the luxury of comfort. Join the thousands who have entrusted their dreams to Bokongile. Experience unmatched professionalism, dedication, and integrity. With Bokongile Group of Companies, your success is not just a goal, it's our mission. Visit our Capitol Building office or find us in the Royal Garden Plaza on Crown Hill Broad Street, or call today 0770-520-958 or 0777-017-603 or 0886-622-599 or email Bokongile Group of Companies at gmail.com. Bokongile Group of Companies, microfinance, construction, general services, your partner in progress. New Day, do something.
Okay, thank you so much. It's good to be back. Let's move into these individuals here. Junkins, what's up?
Great.
I like the way the man coming. It's not just the buffer chambers.
A good day to our followers. Whether you are in Liberia or anywhere around the world, good day to you. It's good to be back here again on Freedom Hard Talk.
Okay, so Junkins and I are your drivers tonight. William W. Wulu, welcome. Stanley Bosso, James Lamy, Jalo Wilson Jackson, Phoenicius Junior Bass, Saturday Wondu Wule, Musa Sharif, Stephen Fala Jr., Melvin D. Brown, the king of the prince of District 14. Roland Toll is joining us tonight. Arnold Taylor from Michigan, welcome to the show. Terry McKay is also following tonight from Nima County, San Cody City. Duban Hill, wow, it's good to have you. But so you left Liberia and went to the US without seeing us. Okay, no problem. I'll carry America to and I'll see you. Trust me. I'll pay my there. Yeah, I'll pay my there. Adiyu Kamara, welcome to the show. Jackson Lama, welcome to the show. Mohammed, missed out on something somewhere. I was we missed out on Mohammed family. So I went way up. So but Mohammed family. Mohammed Sharif, Augustine Musa, Jackson Lama. All of you, it's good to have you joining us. Sam Mayowe from ELWA Community, Sekou Fufana, Augustus Help. All of you, thank you for joining us. His love, waiting. Something I think his love. Now one wall. His love in harness. Or his loving harness. Okay, yeah, so they are the guy V and Z all mixed up. His loving harness, Milton. Welcome to the show. Sylvester, it's good to have you joining us. Daniel Koluba, all of you join us tonight. It's good to have you all joining us on the show. And Junkins, so what's up, man? Where do we pick up from?
I think it's okay that the public now try to understand. Let us do our best to make the public understand what is on
some updates on the code, eh?
Yeah. Howbeit, it will be prudent. We start with the Phoebe Hospital because it's a health matter and it's a delicate matter. It has to be discussed before we can move on to other issues of pertinence.
Okay, so we announced our followers on yesterday that there's a feedback from somewhere. I don't know whether you're hearing it. I don't know. Okay, so we announced on yesterday that moving forward we will.
You ought to tune down a little bit, yo.
No, I'm watching the boat. I'm watching the motivation from here.
Okay.
So we're told. You see, so it's so we announced on yesterday that the cash giveaway program that on there every Thursday we will be giving out at least one person 25,000 Liberian dollars, which is good for our audience. As a way of saying thank you for the week, and we're taking our weekend break to resume on Monday. So that's our way of saying thank you for following us through the week. So Monday, yesterday, you follow us. Tuesday, today, you are following us. Wednesday, tomorrow, you will follow us. And then on Thursday, you will also follow us. So, and Thursday, we normally take our weekend break. So as our way of saying thank you for following us, thank you for supporting the show. Every Thursday, we will pay at least one person 25,000 Liberian dollars. But that's it. It's a game. Because we have to spice it up. So it's a game. How do you do this? This is for only Lone Star Cell subscribers can benefit and can play this game. So all you have to do, just make sure you have like $200 Liberian on your mobile money account, Lone Star Star mobile money account, or its equivalent in US dollars is $1. So $1 US or 200 Liberian dollar on your mobile money account, you are qualified to participate in this game. It's a game. Now, if you have that, what do? You dial star 255 star 700 hash. That's the short code to play. Again, you dial star 255 star 700 hash. Star 255 star 700 hash. When you send that code, two options will appear on your dashboard. Option number 1 will be asking you to play in LD,
Liberian dollars.
and option number 2 will be asking you to play in US dollars. If you enter number 1, it means you are playing in Liberian dollars. But if you enter number 2, it means you are playing in US dollars. Whichever the code is, the selection you make, you will send, and then they will ask you to enter your mobile money password. When you enter your mobile money password, it's a bingo. You have already played. You are already in our pool. On Thursday, we are going to do the draw right on my phone here on the show. And then we'll call you on the show, confirm your number, get your identity, and then do the transfer right on the show before we leave the radio. So it's every Thursday, at least one person will walk away with 25,000 Liberian dollars if you play or participate in a radio game. So that's the short code to play moving forward every Thursday. So I think we can move into our discussions. While as we're talking, you are playing. Your role is to listen and play. Play and listen to the conversation. That's all. We will do the talking. We will give you the information. We will spice up the conversation tonight, on across the country. But your role is to dial star 255 star 700 hash, and then you follow the instructions, and then you listen to the show as we provide you the necessary information. So this Phoebe Hospital thing you're talking about, I think is something concerning. And we have to. We've been talking about it anyway. But that we're told that they are on go slow, and the go slow continues today. And our sources have told us also that they are not going to disengage until the government can intervene. But yes, what I think, Junkins, you see, the Phoebe Hospital thing has reached a crisis point. And permit me to play you a video we obtained from the hospital. We obtained from the hospital an appalling video, but we have to play this. This is the video we obtained from the hospital. Let me set this microphone because I want to show to the camera for those of you watching. Okay, so those of you watching, this is Phoebe Hospital. Somebody said it's scary to go outside. I'll play a game for you. Now, so this is it. This is the Phoebe Hospital where you had the current deputy minister for administration at the Ministry of Health. Martha Morris used to work at the Phoebe Hospital. I think she was the head of the workers union there, the nurses.
Mm-hmm. She used to lead the protests.
She led all of the protests. All of the protests. Every time there was a protest at the Phoebe Hospital, our current deputy health minister was spearheading, was leading those protests. Every time in your life you heard that there was a protest at the Phoebe Hospital, it was this current deputy minister of health who was leading that protest or those protests. And what were they protesting against? Or why were they protesting? 4 or 5 years ago, Martha Morris was concerned that with all of the monies that were being given to the Ministry of Health, hospitals, including Phoebe Hospital, was under supported. Martha Morris was concerned then. She protested then because Phoebe Hospital did not have mattresses for people who were sick to sleep on. Or let me qualify it that Phoebe Hospital did not have adequate mattresses in good conditions, comfortable enough to accommodate patients. Martha Morris, then the deputy minister today at the Ministry of Health, protested. She was protesting because Phoebe Hospital, the employees did not have gloves. Phoebe Hospital is on the government's list, period, in the budget. Martha Morris was concerned then that they, as cheap as gloves were, Martha Morris felt that it was a neglect. It was an intentional decision by the government to neglect Phoebe Hospital or underfund Phoebe Hospital. Martha Morris believed that the government then was irresponsible because Phoebe Hospital did not have gloves. Phoebe Hospital did not have detergents. They didn't have tar soap. They didn't have Clorox. They didn't have just basic stuff to wash, moppers and all of that. Mm-hmm. To clean the hospital, to cater to patients. Bed spreads. They didn't have beddings for the beds. They didn't have enough beds. And she said she protested that Phoebe Hospital did not have enough beds, did not have enough, did not have detergents, did not have stationery, did not have medication because George Weah's government did not want to give Phoebe Hospital those essentials. And she led the founder of the most popular protest under the slogan, "You harmonize our salaries, we will harmonize your vote." Meaning because you, George Weah, increase medical doctor salary from $700 to $2,000, almost $3,000. And those who were making $300, $400, their pays were brought on par with those who were in the $1,900 and $700 range. And apparently Martha Morris was one of those who was making far way up there because of her relationship. And then they brought other people on par with her, and she had to drop maybe 2 steps down. Hence her anger. So she led the most famous protest at this very Phoebe Hospital. They locked the hospital. They neglected patients. Family members were rushing to Phoebe Hospital in 2023 to get their patients or their relatives out of the Phoebe Hospital because Martha Morris had launched her most popular protest against the government. And we reminded some of those who participated in that protest that day that Martha Morris is a unity partisan. She was not protesting because she loved the patients or because she loved the workers or the employees there. She was protesting because she was under her political instruction, political mandate to ensure that she destabilized things in Bond County in favor of the Unity Party. So she did not love you. We told you she was being deceptive and terrible. We also told you that if you made Martha Morris Minister of Health tomorrow, if UP wins, nothing was going to change at the Phoebe Hospital. We told you. We said, if you make this, you even take the Martha Morris woman and brings her to the Ministry of Health and make her Minister of Health, nothing was going to change at Phoebe. Today, Martha Morris is the Deputy Minister for Health, filing for administration. She presides over procurement of stationaries, of medical supplies, everything. So she has an idea. She's aware. She signs papers that approves. She approves papers, purchase orders. She reviews supplies to different hospitals. So she knows what is in the budget to go to Phoebe. She knows what is in the budget to go to JFK. She's aware of the conditions of Phoebe Hospital. 2024, she was aware of the conditions at Phoebe Hospital. The budget passed, Phoebe got nothing. No improvement, nothing changed. 2025, she was Deputy Minister for Administration. Phoebe Hospital, she was aware of Phoebe Hospital's condition. Budget passed 2025, nothing changed. No improvement, nothing at Phoebe. 2026, Deputy Minister for Administration, Ministry of Health. She's aware of the condition at Phoebe Hospital. Nothing changed. No improvement, no increment, no medical supplies, no gloves, no detergents, nothing at all, no beddings, just nothing. The hospital remains empty. Martha Morris has enjoyed 3 years or is in her third year. Nothing has changed. This is why you see her colleagues now are protesting. One is that it confirms that the problem at Phoebe was not George Weah. It was not the CDC government. That's the first confirmation that the situation at Phoebe was never a George Weah's problem. It was never a problem created by George Weah or his CDC. It was and still is an institutional problem that needs to be solved and cannot be solved in a twinkle of an eye. 3 years, Martha Morris and her MOH team cannot solve Phoebe Hospital's problem. And not just Phoebe. They can solve that problem. Now they believe that this is not George Weah problem, and this was never about George Weah. It was never George Weah problem. It was about power. It was about power. Having access to power, to authority, to our state resources. Today, Martha Morris has power. She is refusing to visit the very Phoebe Hospital that she once protested. She says she can't go. And she has never been there. Her colleagues are there, having the same issues that she led protests, many protests for. Today, those issues continue to persist, and Martha Morris is insisting she cannot go there to even interact with the very colleagues that supported her in her protest in 2023. Deception. This is a shame to Martha Morris. It is a shame to the Unity Party. It is a shame to Joe Barker, the president. I know it is embarrassing. I know how embarrassing it feels when you go and make a commitment that you can do something and they gave you the power or the authority or the space to do it and you underperform or there is no change. I know how embarrassing it is. When somebody on the football field playing, you see people that cussing us. Oh, my man can kill the ball in the pool. Oh, pass a friend. Oh, my man follow the ball. Oh, cross the ball. You take Jenkins Morris down and put him on the field after making all the sham also. Getting number 10 just put him on the field. The first ball comes, Johnson Morris. He win bell. The second one comes, he possesses it. Kind of kick. He missed kick. The third one comes. On a chair. To possess it, to possess the ball. They make him possess the ball. He just possess the ball. Say, oh, remember. All the people you're making, my man, you just causing noise. What you going to do? Then Jenkins Morris on the field. A shame of himself. Because why? He built the expectation of the fans and gave the coach guarantee by his expressions on the bench. That Austin is spoiling the game, is messing up. I need to go on the field. Coach Winston Blading said, Austin go rest. Jenkins Morris, come on the pitch. Jenkins is on the pitch. He can't perform. How Jenkins will leave that page and to calm down? Yeah. Or how you go talk to your coaches or the coach say, I beg you.
That short face.
Yes. He can make it. The case of Martha Morris, she's running away from going bonk. She can't even invite them. They aggrieved employees leadership to come to Monrovia to talk. 3 budgets have been passed. And Phoebe Hospital employees are protesting. I don't want to mention redemption. It's a disaster. JFK, appalling. Shame. My own symptomatic in Grand Cape, man. A mess. The one in Bombing County, the government hospital in Bombing. A travesty. And we can go on and on to name all the public facilities. They're all in mess. Emergency service in this country, medical health emergency service in the country. To get it, you will have political connection. Or your pockets must be fat. Emergency situation in this country. Most of the health workers are not talking because they are ashamed. They are embarrassed. Most of them get out and voted against this previous government, thinking it was a George Weah thing. Now they've realized that it is not a George Weah thing. It is a national crisis that needs to be solved. They can't talk now, they're all quiet. But they are angry. So, my brother, it's a shame. It exposes the deception of the Unity Party. Big time. The Phoebe situation further exposes the deception of the Unity Party. It tells you how deceptive they were. They were never sincere to their commitment. Their political leader was in Bon County, spoke to the health workers. They promised to change that mess. They said it was a mess. And we change this mess. 2 years after, the mess has increased. Somebody said quadruple. Forcing and compelling the employees to come publicly to shut the hospital down in protest. This, again, exposes the deception of the Unity Party. They have no real solution to Liberia's problems. They wanted power. They were not coming here with anything new. They just wanted power because power brings wealth. And so their hard target was state covers. But to get control of state covers, let's chase the election, let's chase the power, let's get the power. The power will lead us to the wealth. Today they have it. Take care less. Don't give a damn about Phoebe Hospital. Who is Phoebe Hospital? Where is Phoebe Hospital? What is Phoebe Hospital? That's the question they're asking. What is Phoebe Hospital? Who are those employees? Who are those nurses? These are the questions they're asking. Who are those nurses? Do we know them? Do they have record or history of voting for us or supporting us? They don't care about you. If you nurses are sitting there and thinking that these people care about you, you're fooling yourself. They don't care about you. They don't care about you. They are concerned about themselves. Not you. Who are you? Who knows you? Nobody knows you. Does Joe Braga know you? Does Martha Murray care about you anymore? You now rely, they've left you to the mercy, to the power and authority of our voices here. They've used you. They've dumped you. We told you that these UP guys, they are political scavengers. We are big time political scavengers. They're always rooming when they want power. Always moving. Looking for their next victim to devour. Takunje said they use you. And later on abuse you. This is what happening. You go complain or criticize any UP official, they let you on that post. They gave you cheek. You call Madam Murray, she cancel your call. She now black somebody and all the complain that she blacked them. This is the system. We told you we knew, but then we told you, hey, the people, we know them. Don't waste your time beyond hating your the job we are being. We told you Joshua's name has been recorded. Nobody can erase it. So even if you give him one term, it will not have any impact on him.
No way.
We told you this thing was about this country. Because we will leave. Some of our friends thought it was about us. Mm-hmm. They thought it was about us. Today, where are we? We are still here.
Mm-hmm.
Engaging the system. Speaking to facts. Issues that are affecting the daily lives of the people. The things that have not changed, the wrong decisions that have been made. We are still here. Do we have friends in the UP? Yes. Will we continue to have friends in the UP? Yes. Will our friendship or should our friendship with folks in the UP influence our decision or our opinions here? No. Once it's for the good. No. That's why APM Terminals is on the radar tonight and the Ministry of Public Works. So Martha Morris, I'm told she lost her champagne and her whiskey business. So probably she's somewhere to there. Okay. So that's all. So that's what I have to say on Martha Morris and Phoebe Hospital. Joe, you harmonize your salary. You harmonize his vote. You give it to Braga. Braga has to go back and restore your salary to where it was and equipped Phoebe Hospital with medication. That's why you voted him. If he cannot do it, it's a shame on him. It's a shame on his family. It's a shame on the party. It's a shame on his government. It's a shame to Martha Morris. And it's a shame to all of you who led, who participated. All of you choristers who are singing alto, soprano, tenors, and bass, and all of that. All of you. It's a shame to all of you. It's an embarrassment to all of you. And you all have to own your shame and your embarrassment and disgrace you brought onto yourself. Jongis, if you want to add anything, you can go ahead and move on to something else.
But Austin, how will you, in your right mind, be thinking of Martha Morris going to Phoebe? This is somebody who, in her little mind, used the health workers there at Phoebe, dumped them, and at the end of the day, she was rewarded by Mr. Boakai, who is now the president, a deputy minister job. So do you expect Martha Morris to go to Phoebe, where she used to be, planning protests, strategizing, and making sure that she packaged all of the ingredients that will allow the protest to be successful, and she knows all of those rudimentaries they use to intimidate the government through their protest actions? The public saw the video. Besides seeing the video, those who are listening via radio, they listened. The people working at Phoebe Hospital, they themselves touring, serving as tour guides, touring the entire facility, making sure that they unveil and uncover those bad things that are happening at Phoebe Hospital. A hospital with budgetary line in our national budget will not a full Comotaso Clorox, to the extent that patients that were being treated, the remnants of whatever the situation they were undergoing before being treated, stay on those mattresses, and the men showing it to the public through the media. It's unfortunate, Austin. It's unfortunate for us to have a Martha Morris who could not remain silent. A Martha Morris who, when there was no situation at Phoebe, who created strategically a situation so as to put the people against the government. This is the same Martha Morris serving as the Deputy Minister for Administration, which is an automatic oversight on all finances, all assets, and all logistics belonging to the Ministry of Finance. And this madam cannot go to the people at Phoebe to calm the nerves of the people by making them to understand that, yes, we had this situation. In fact, you people are aware these are the situations we had here, for which I was the major proponent of different protestation to make sure that we bring the WEA government down, which we have achieved, and have already benefited from that particular struggle by being awarded a deputy minister job. So Madam Martha Morris is somebody who has a clue as it relates what is in the budget for Phoebe. She cannot tell us that she does not know what is in the budget for Phoebe. So she understands that this is not a political party thing. This is not a regime situation. This is an institutional problem that has to be handled hands-on. It is not something to play politics with. She has already understood that because she's presiding now. She can't be somebody to criticize anymore. She's presiding. And not just presiding. She is presiding in a strategic position that's supposed to allow what she protested for yesterday at Phoebe Hospital to change today. Because she's in a position where she's supposed to be meeting with lawmakers, giving a clue as to what the ministry needs, so that the ministry extend her arms to these various entities that fall under them in terms of budgetary support, so that they function as per the statutes that established them. Now, this madam is reneging. This madam is cutting speech off. This madam is switching her phone off. This madam is blacklisting people. And this madam is getting angry and even crying in her office that the people won't spoil her job. Oh, so the more than 70,000 persons that were working under the WIA regime, the CDC-led administration, when you were protesting, even though there was not any significant issue that you're supposed to protest against the administration for, but you were strategizing tactics to make sure that you bring the government down. You didn't think about that. You didn't think that you were embarrassing other people's jobs. You didn't think that you were about your protest actions. They were about to take food from other people's table. Yeah, you crying baby. People won't spoil your job. You will have to do the needful by going back to the people and abreasting them with the necessary information, even if there is no increment to the effect of changing those deplorable conditions in their different aspects, whether it is bed, whether it is medication, whether it is electricity, and you just name it. Madam, what you have in the budget, go and explain to the people. Let the people have a clue as to what's in the budget for Phoebe Hospital so that the nerves can be calm. You cannot put up arrogance by cutting your phone off, by refusing to speak to people, and you don't want to answer the calls of journalists to respond to this critical, trending national issue that has the proclivity to causing stir in Bond County, and that could spill over and see our country plunging into chaos. So, madam, like you did, you protested. Nobody went. Like you did, you protested. Nobody went after you. You were never persecuted by the government then. You were never ignored. People went and discussed with you. Some steps were taken in mitigating the problems for which you people were protesting. This is the same trend your colleagues are taking, so there's a need that you go and address them so their nerves can be calm and this situation can be laid to rest for the security of our country.
You listen to Martha Morris, oh? You listen to her? No medication in the hospital. Huh? Medication in the hospital, no?
Well, why they protesting?
2 years after.
Why they protest?
Do they have medication in the hospital now?
Martha Morris.
She did not lead this protest in the first 3 or 4 years of George Weah's administration. Mm-hmm. She carefully selected 2023.
Mm-hmm.
And some of you felt it was just about the hospital.
No new employment. We have another vote. You give up 100%. We can use 0%. You give up 100%. We can use 0%. You give up 100%. We can use 0%. We have another vote. No medication in the hospital. We have another vote. No new employment.
No new employment. These are the same issues that the nurses are raising.
Mm-hmm.
There are people who've been down there as contractors. They can employ them.
Mm-hmm.
They promise to employ those people.
Mm-hmm.
2 years running, the folks cannot get employed. The 80% salary thing they were doing, they politicize it. and made it look like it was a wrong thing to take 80% in US and 20% in LD. She put it in her song. No medicine in a hospital will harmonize your food. The question for them, do they have medication in the hospital now? Do the hospitals have medications? Do the hospitals have medications? This is the problem of our country. This is the problem. Do the hospitals now have medications? Where are the medications in the hospitals? Nobody at Phoebe is accusing any medical director of taking the medical supplies from the hospital and placing it in her or his pharmacy or something. They are all united in the protest. So this is not a case with JFK, for example. We say people can take the medicine and go carry it to their justice or their pharmacies. They don't have medications in the hospital. Martha Morris is sleeping. When she wakes up, she eats ice cream. She eats quesadilla 3 times a day and drinks or Hennessy or what kind of branded whiskey or what have you, or brandy. She's good now. The Pella woman is good. The Pella woman is similar woman now. Because similar matter. Similar matter. You get time for you in Phoebe again. She finished with you. Similar matter. She drinking here now and doing her thing. She get time for you. Similar matter. Finish with you. Similar matter. The more drinking brandy now. Similar matter. You get time for you. Medicine in the hospital now. You will listen to some of us when we talk to you. You will know that Liberia is not about us. The stage that some of us are reached, no developer will go or eating. Let's be frank. Because that's the least people supposed to worry about what goes in your stomach. George Weah lost the election. We didn't change the school. The same schools our children are going to, the same schools they still going to. Nothing changed. Significantly, nothing changed. We're not suffering. So some of those of you who felt that supporting George Weah was just about us personally, here we are. I saw a friend yesterday. His boss saw me and walked to me. We were talking. And he was there sitting in the car, shocked. Somebody who had insulted me on Facebook, entire insulting me. Yesterday, he saw a boss. Because his boss was in the car when he saw me coming from Cottington building, coming downstairs. The boss was in the car. He got out from the car and went to me. Mommy, what's up? I see you, Mama Sam. Mama Sam, I told you, Mommy, what be I lost? I hear you on the radio. I said, my man, we in our space, we live with joy in there. Mama, no, Mama, we friends, forget the government, that kind of thing. He saw laughing, bro. He opened the door and get down. Yeah. Because he's like a bully to the boss man, but like a man, you know? Yeah. So misbehaving. So he got that king. I said, I will expand the conversation for him to hear what did me a boss man can talk and know the relationship between a boss man and myself. So tomorrow when he sees something, he will know where to put him more, where to not put him more.
Yeah, he will be decorous.
Yes. Hey, Baba. You know, yeah. So he got that I expanded the debate, our conversation was personal relationship. Tine will do way buying our different. So this will do the time when I'm married, all that thing, brother. So he heard our conversation dated back 10 years, brother. So he's shocked that he's just standing and listening, just smiling. He wants to get involved, but he's shame, he's embarrassed.
Conscience.
So I papi in the bathroom, man. Boss man, boss man. Then he laugh. Remember, you want to start debating. You want to say, I said, no, I'm starting debate. I said, see me, I'm farming. I'm February born. Now, one thing I can do to myself, I can keep my feelings inside me. But somebody, I said, screw your boss man. I said, you see the man? He's your boss man. You're a government official. But he's my friend. In fact, he's a brother to me. They may have come years, more than 10 years, knowing each other, interacting like that. Hey, but say, oh, what happened, man? What happened to man? Oh, no, man, I just put it. The man said, no, man, listen. You and the man, I get political thing. The man say, you and the man, you don't have any political thing.
No.
The man say, the man, I with friends on Facebook, and follow all the men conversation, I can listen to the man show. You and the man, I get no political thing. See them political thing, doing political thing, Papa here, Papa A. Pass by him and Papa A. You and the man get no political thing. The man is a brother. Government job, no government job, the man I will always be together. The man I see one, the man I saw you not even bowing to come around because maybe I speak out some of the men behavior. I don't want me operate. I thought operate. I thought can operate. I thought kind of eat, but operate.
Yeah, operate.
So I'm saying they'll say most of these younger folks thought it was about us. Oh, us there. Joey are beginning.
Particularly our peers.
Thank you. Our generation.
Yes.
Okay, Joe. So
Yeah, Austin and Johnny Moore there.
They now didn't get the job. They get the power, but they don't have the job. The people who have the jobs are the people who are our friends that we can decide to go around, not to go around. And we get any issue with them, we'll go. So now we won't cause someone how you go around because I think I think rule. But the thing we're in the same generation, bro. We keep making leadership about what I can get. National leadership is it about what I can get, and the other man say, "My man, my politics are interest." Now say so the main interest is met. Where we not interest, but everything get taxed. 3 years ago. So Joey president, Joey are gone. We are gone.
Are 3 years now?
3 years. Few people crying.
Still maintaining you.
The crying now. We operating
quietly, yeah, corners.
But this is laughing society. You don't take your political things too personal with people.
No.
You made it to look that we was a demon. You hit that. You saw hit in the messages.
You verify everything you did.
Only you. Today, that Gideon's here. I remember doing the campaign. You know, there's a guy who's to be the dean at AME University. I will tell the story for the first time. They call him Rahim Bedete. He used to be dean at AME University before they appointed him assistant minister of public works. A decent brother. Yeah. No problem. Anybody. I think it was 1 week to the runoff election. I remember Bedete, Giddens, and myself, we had a conversation on AMU campus at the car park, the car lot. A Giddens prediction came. He said they were going to win us. Then the conversation about winning gravitated from just winning to what Giddens knew he was going to the Ministry of Public Works. He knew. And he said that he knew he was going there. He had played more than 1 hour in that discussion. Someone writes a whole play for the Ministry of Public Works, where he was going to start from and everything. And one thing I see him doing, I still remember that conversation, was that where the cities would leave your projects, your unfinished projects, we will pick up from there and run with it. He said, all of us laugh.
Yes.
Said, and we laugh about it. Say, but when I tell going, Joe, you leave fast and there for any project, we take the fast and
from there and
from there.
run away.
So they don't want to see someone say Giddens proceeding in the manner he's proceeding. I can't be laughing at that and say, yeah. You got it. They just used to propaganda.
Propaganda of the era.
There is a serious donor fatigue. The Swedish government is pulling out. The government is not talking anything about it. But they didn't know. The Swedish government is pulling out. They announced it, I think, last year.
Yeah,
They made that pronouncement.
Yeah, last year.
In the next 2-3 months, the Swedish government is going to pull out totally. They're closing and shutting down the office. They got one project called SIDA, a public works.
Yeah, SIDA.
Swedish Institute for Development.
For Development Assistance.
They got it. So they're shutting all those projects down. The Swedish government have been investing a lot, millions through the Ministry of Public Works on infrastructure. They are pulling out. So there's a serious donor fatigue that's going to affect the government, especially the Ministry of Public. In fact, it's already affecting. That's why you see Giddens and Joe Barker have not been able to attract one infrastructure project in this country.
Mm-hmm. On their own.
Ask them. This is the conversation.
It's an open challenge,
brother. 2 years. What have they attracted? Infrastructure one that say CDC and Eddie, Joey and Eddie had nothing to do with this project. Let's look at. Let's focus on it.
Mm-hmm. Their own initiative.
Something that they initiated. They went here by larger meetings, discussion, everything. Sign MOU, came back, went back, signed financing agreement. Ask them to point to it. Everything about that Ministry of Public Works is doing right now. They are all continuity from Eddie to Wea and now. They have not been able to win far red dollar to put 1 inch or to be 1 block.
Or to buy 1 nail.
1 nail, say that you. Nobody has given them $5 to buy 1 nail. 2 years running. Public was sitting there. An empty place. No innovation. Social politics. Nothing is taking. Technicians, engineers are not even being allowed to work. They're not being allowed to work. The politicians are the ones running that place, making decisions. Ask Giddens, say, when was the last time you held when have you initiated any conversation with any partner? What is your major partner? What is the major partner and donor partner to the Ministry of Public Works? Ask Giddens. He will tell you, see that gone. GRC by the left ever since. So I said, World Bank giving nothing again. IMF giving nothing. Nothing new for IMF and World Bank for infrastructure. So ask them, what case have you made to the World Bank or the IMF? The IMF and World Bank aren't even looking in that direction, sir. They're not even looking in that direction. They're not looking. So y'all need to ask, all of us, you need to join us and ask Giddens, what have you attracted? Mobutu Yimpan, may so rest in peace, left his project, his legacy projects there. Ruth Coco Collins scheme, she left her legacy project there. They are completing they breach to breach.
The Rawa International Airport.
Yeah. We see the
Gantos cycling piece.
They say they're doing what kind of overhead.
Yeah. That was a project negotiated when President Weah went at the focal.
They be roundabout. All those things. So all of these past ministers, they have their legacy projects are there.
Yeah.
We want to see Giddens on.
Getting on our breaking homes.
All day. We want to see Giddens on. That Giddens point, you know when you go have biological discussion, and you can publish it. Minister Paul was here, biological meeting.
For you,
so thank you.
You force to publish it.
We want to see that release. Maybe our man.
T. Benjamin Myers. Maybe Myers in help us. Tommy, you can call him.
Maybe you help us.
Yeah.
So we want to see Giddens project. Say, honor my leadership. We initiated a discussion on so trade, so place with these people, and blah blah blah. The book and won't be the men are ready. They call the man talk show minister. Giddens is a talk show minister. He calling to appear on talk show 10 times a day, he will appear and make sweet more. I mean, university lecturer now. He will make sweet more. When he finished talking, he said, yeah, best. I suppose the best minister. I said, ask him, what is his legacy project? Sit down, write proposal, or make request.
The signature project. Where is it?
And you go have meeting different places. You sign. Just the minister sign. 8% for minister sign. Carry the capital building. Yeah, Guinness, thank you for negotiating.
Yeah.
Where is it? Okay, forget about donor project. The donor did not fund the do community rule.
No.
Domestic
resource mobilization.
So we put last resources domestically and build a
do community rule. The Marco Pakara Frenzy rule.
And all the other rules around the rehab there, even the road in Broadview, Iron Gate place there. Those are all domestic resources that finance those projects.
Sure.
So Gideon said no donor. Okay, I agree. No donor. He was wicked because of a bad leadership style. All the donors ran away. One person who gave him rank. I said nothing. America said nothing. Germany said nothing. France said nothing. Qatar said nothing. Dubai said nothing. And everybody talking there, everybody said nothing because Joria was bad. But you still get 1.2 billion budget. What did they put in the budget to fund a feeder road projects? To see that, yeah. Me, Gideon, I love it. I put you. What is there? You mind you the budget increase from 800 million to 2.8 billion
to 1.2.
Don't forget
1.2
billion. Don't forget, Gideon's budget also increased by over 2%. So you don't have excuse. So where is the project? Tonight is Gideon's. And some of you sending out messages there. Yeah. The more your time will come. These guys have to start telling us what have they done. Joseph Barack put those guys there to aid him. And trust me, I can tell you this for free. Joseph Barack can listen to those guys. When they tell you something or they develop something good, we listen to them. They can't last it, Barack listen to us. Because we can see them day in the activities of Barack. So they will never lie and say Barack is not listening. Where are their projects, their legacy projects? The agriculture ministry is a mess. Really a messy place. So the guys didn't get anything, my brother. They don't have anything to show. They don't have anything to point to. It is just empty bluff and empty talk. So maybe every day we just ask Gideon, we're still waiting for your project. Every day we're asking, we're still waiting for your legacy project. Yeah. Every day we're asking. For the next 2 weeks, after 2 weeks, join on another person. After 2 weeks, join another person. So you're in the code today, you spend tell me the code.
Yeah. Both the
how did it look? How did it look?
And the House of Representatives. I only saw travesty of justice. To be honest, Austin, we are in trouble. Because what I witnessed today in my mind was unprecedented under the rule of law. The first thing, the defense counsel, they are arguing that this particular case, according to the AREP, the Asset Restitution Committee, the facility belonging to Madam Claudia is in Margibi County. And that means that case brought up by the AREP falls under the jurisdiction of the 11th Magisterial Court there in Margibi County in Boston. That also means such case supposed to be in the bailiwick of that judicial authority not to come to the criminal court immediately because the situation happened in Margibi County. That was the first misstep. By jumping over Margibi County and coming straight to criminal code C. The next thing, there's nowhere in the world that anybody provides evidence against themselves. The court have ordered the defense counsel to provide evidence against herself from now till 4 o'clock on Monday, which is another misstep in my view.
From now to
Monday, that the accused should bring evidence against themselves. And they gave their different lawyer justifications, which I will not want to delve into much because I am not inclined to that. The merits and demerits is why we are focusing. My disappointment today, as it relates the case of the Claho Foundation, was to see and listen, stand there, listen and watch the Solicitor General, Augustine Fire, speaking as if it is Riek Machar, speaking against President Salva Kiir of South Sudan. The Solicitor General was speaking as if we are in a war zone. The Solicitor General was speaking out of personal vendetta. The Solicitor General was speaking out of hate. The Solicitor General, in fact, extended his hate and his vendetta to the case involving Minister Samuel Twe, and even lied. I repeat, and even lied that the Minister of Finance and those accused agreed and admitted that they took the money. That's how hateful Mr. Augustine Fire was today. Mr. Augustine Fire was not speaking in line with the law. Mr. Augustine Fire was not speaking in line with prosecution. He was speaking in line with persecution. He was not speaking in line with due process of law, but he was speaking in line with mob justice. Mr. Augustine Fire was speaking as if when a slim chance is given him, a macro inch, he will squeeze Madam Claudia and Minister Samuel Twe in one box and just cremate them. I'm telling you, Austin. Look, the guy was speaking with anger. And the last time I checked, he's the only public official that I've seen speak in such a form and manner. Because public service is not for your personal anger, your grief. Maybe you're happy. No, it's to do the right thing. That's why there are standards set out. They are on the books. So I want to believe he went to school, and I will urge him to drop that anger that he's proceeding with, because it is the first place that I capture the issue of witch hunt from the expression of the Solicitor General. The Solicitor General, though he is responsible to prosecute government cases, at the same time, he should be knowledgeable that everyone accused is presumed innocent until proven guilty through a court of competent jurisdiction. So you cannot be speaking and saying, in fact, that the people he's referring to, Minister Samuel Twe and the other people that they indicted, the people already admitted that they took the money. So in fact, it will be the fastest economic sabotage case on the court docket. So you are rendering judgment before the court, and the court, the judging chambers who presiding over the case, or the two judges separately presiding over the case regarding Minister Twe and Madam Claudia, they are sitting there listening to this the Solicitor General prejudicing the case that is already under the authority of the court. And I think the Solicitor General is supposed to hold his peace and this case be adjudicated through due process of law, since it is already before the court. But the Solicitor General is going after Madam Claudia, Mr. Clark Martin. They are going after former government officials. But here's what, that brought laughter to me, and I just felt sorry for them. Even if George Weah does not come back to the presidency, Clark Martin cannot be a perpetual LACC boss or Arab boss. Mr. Augustine Fire, who is the Solicitor General, the trouble Solicitor General, cannot be a perpetual Solicitor General of the Republic of Liberia, because he's somebody that will not live forever. He is a mortal being. He will one day leave this earth. So why will we allow our temperaments in governance? Why will we allow ourselves go after people when one day we will become former officials of government? The people say when they go and bury the hunchback man, all the other hunchback men, they can follow at the graveside, the cemetery, to see how they will bury that hunchback man. Whether they lay him on his stomach, or they lay him on his back, or on his side. So, Mr. Solicitor General, I want to remind you, before I remind the president and the other people who, and you people click to witch hunt people, the former Solicitor General who was sanctioned by the United States government, Honorable Seaman Julius Serena Sifos, is no longer Solicitor General, Republic of Liberia. He is just a lawyer that people hire now for him to go plead their cases. And he does not have that authority, that executive authority that he used to be. So he former official of government. The Minister Twe, what you get grudge for, what you going after that? Which of course, all that thing you're doing, because of anger, and when you carry anger in fight, you can lose a fight. You lose the other fight with Samuel Twe. You lose the fight with Clark Hole Foundation, because it's not possible for you to infringe on the Constitution. Because constitutionally, if you read Article 21, it's clear as it relates to property ownership. You cannot deprive the madam of her property when indeed there has never been any due process of law that indicated that such property was being acquired through thievery. You cannot also hold Minister Samuel Twe, because when you read Article 61 of the Liberian Constitution, it's clear. It's clear. It gives the president immunity. When the president is sitting, the president is immune to whatever decision he or she makes to affect the country. So in that direction, if the president gives Junkies Morris or Austin Kawa an instruction, especially that we, according to Article 56, we work, Austin Kawa and Junkies Morris work at the will and pleasure of the president, and you expect that the president said we should take Freedom FM from this particular position and carry Freedom FM Johansson for maybe better coverage based on his own opinion, and we're working at his will and his pleasure. Anything he said he was supposed to do, he's supposed to argue. And you're saying that people who acted on the instruction of the president, they should be held for actions they took based on the president's instruction. And you're citing a whole lot of different laws and other things just to quash that, so that your persecution against Minister Samuel Toy so a host. So you're doing everything possible. It's not possible to hold Minister Samuel Toy because Minister Samuel Toy worked at the time at the will and pleasure of former President George Manneh Weah. So if former President Weah says, Mr. Minister, I want you to assassinate this person, that one part, the minister can come to us and justify that. And that former President Weah tell me to kill John Morrow. No. But if the president told Minister Samuel Toy, serving on the committee, the security committee, as the chairperson or a prominent member and somebody who's supposed to provide resources, and told him that these resources should be provided in an effort to subvert this particular threat, this imminent threat that we are seeing and that have been briefed on by the security apparatus of our country, and somebody comes and tells me that Minister Toy should be held accountable for such, it's far-fetched and it's unthinkable, and it cannot be seen anywhere around. Because if you say that the actions taken by Minister Toy at the time on instruction of President Weah is not immune, then it means that you are directly saying to us, you are not indirectly saying no, you are directly saying to us that you are starting with Minister Samuel Toy and former President George Weah, you need to be on your heels because you are next in line. The fact that superior respondent is a standard administrative principle in every administration, even when you go to the military or other paramilitary forces. Superior respondent, the issue of chain of command. If Austin, as the host of the show, and I'm the co-host, Austin says, junkies, I will not be here this time, that other time, this other time, and this is what we should do, this is what we should do, even though there will be recommendations. But as the host of the show, he understands some of those things that will embarrass the show, so you have to give direction. Because if anything happens on the show here, superior respondent, and you say that the president is covered, the president is immune under Article 61 of the Liberian Constitution that provides that the president cannot be arrested, prosecuted, tried, or detained, and anything the president do while sitting as president is immune, and all of that. And you're saying the president, the same Constitution Article 54 give the president the authority to appoint the Minister of Finance. After appointing the Minister of Finance, the president now giving the Minister of Finance instructions, and the Minister of Finance acting on those instructions, and you say that those instructions acted upon by the director of the president to the Minister of Finance, the Minister of Finance should answer to them. It is conflicting, it is too scary, and it too fishy. Because let's carry you back to former President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. The issue was raised at NOCAL when the more than $54 million vanished in thin air. The reason she took responsibility because she was in the know, and probably it was something that she participated in. So she, as president, what she did with the money or so, she took responsibility because she gave instruction for that money to be switched from whatever direction to the next direction that she wanted. So she took responsibility, and it was in line with her constitutional duty. You cannot hold anybody at that time for action they took based on the instruction of former President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. She gave instructions to them to carry out like the 13 millions that Mr. Amara Kone, now Senator, can stay now account for, and no clue about that. And that 13 million, it was intended, it came from the EU, the European Union. It was intended to reduce infant maternal mortality rate in our country. It means to reduce babies dying and mothers dying at birth. When the man giving birth, she and the child dying, she dying, to reduce that one, to provide health opportunities for them. So if President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf gave instruction to those people, and Minister Twe is not hiding anything, he's saying to us, Liberians, that based on the prevailing security situation at the time, the president gave instructions and they acted on those instructions. And they did not act on those instructions as Minister of Finance, as Minister of Transport, as EPA Director. They acted on those instructions as a committee responsible for the security of our country, especially when the country was at the time at a crossroad. So what you people are doing is witch hunt, is persecution. And I want to say this: the laws of our country are being derailed by Mr. Bwaka and his people because of personal vendetta. The laws of our country are being flouted by Mr. Bwaka and his people because they don't want to see George Weah anywhere around. The laws of our country are being scrapped and abrogated just because Bwaka and his people, they don't want to see certain group of people around and they think that Liberia belongs to them. And I want to say this: anywhere there are no laws and order, that particular era is bound to fall. So, Mr. Bwaka, you challenged the Supreme Court, you succeeded by going after tenure positions. You challenged the legislature, you succeeded by illegitimately, and on a de facto note, removed a certain legitimately, legally elected speaker of the Liberian people, remove him, even though you did not have the required number constitutionally. All of these constitutional breaches, they warrant your impeachment. They warrant your impeachment, Mr. President. And Mr. President, if Q is not taking, if you people will not be very tighter, the backlash and the ramification of your actions will be too devastating for you, because what you are doing is un-Liberian. What you are doing is unjust. What you are doing is unconstitutional. What you are doing cannot fit in the modern society that Liberia is catching up with. We are speeding. We are not going back. I know, Omer Bwaka, you stay thinking about the past. That nostalgia will have to be wiped away. Holding good of the past for the present. It can't work. The past is the past. We are in a present. But also, where I say I can define our people new. Yeah, so on a very serious note, the president is holding the past for today from his actions. We are in modern time. Look at your man, the former president George Weah Austin and the public. Your man, the former president George Weah, could not easily get angered to incarcerate people and create that blanket character on him as somebody who putting people in jail and trying to go after people and carry on political persecution. No. Under a George Weah government, there was no political prisoner. Now, Bwaka putting people in jail based on their opinions, putting people in jail because they are tough on the regime, going after cases selectively because Austin Kawa spoke tough last night on the show, and Junkies Morris was very harsh on the government last night on the show. So the two of them, they got to come to court today because they turn over to LTA, who get record on the boss on vehicles, and we really know how they bought those vehicles. That who kind of small, petty thing. Mr. Bwaka just coming so low, forgetting to know that he has a wife who is right by his side, who is also accorded that privilege as First Lady of the Republic. So if you will want to, our people say, if you want to reach old age, the people who get old age, you must respect them. So you as the president, when you were vice president, the president then accorded you all of your immunities. In fact, he went outside of the box and gave you extra assistances as individual. Now from the country coffers. Today you become president and you think that you will remain as president forever. It's not possible. Now Liberia, you can't remain president for Liberia forever because Liberia is a place where, in fact, we are inching toward one thing. For somebody to go for two things, it will be difficult because Liberians are exposed. The only problem I got with Liberians, they hail wicked people, they hail hyenas, then they verify the good people. They can look at good person, they verify them. At the end of the day, they start regretting. So I'm saying to Mr. Bwaka and his people, Augustine Fire, Solicitor General, Republic of Liberia. This is Liberia. The people you are dealing with are Liberians. Anything you do today will come after you tomorrow. Be careful what you do. It's not a threat. Nobody threatening you. Do your job without fear or favor. Do your job. Do it in a rightful direction. Do it in an effort to restore the dignity of our people, to restore the prestige of our country. But if you are doing it in line with personal vendetta, going after people, the returns will not be something that you will like, because where we are now, we are progressing. We are now going behind. If you won't go behind, that you alone will go behind and will help to push you behind. But we as a country, we as a people, we cannot go behind. We are going forward. And forward ever, backward never. We will not go to the level where we will be at each other throat. No way. Augustine Fire, don't get your head soul up. I want to remind you, when former President Weah was announced winner of the elections in 2017, immediately he took office, the first place he visited was the residence of Mr. Joe Bwaka. So I would really like for you to calm down, observe the process, and try to take in from people who bear around so that we all live here in harmony. Because the people you angry with, the reason why you acting that you tough talking, your anger could be seen on your face, from your voice. They will meet again.
So already today, there are two incidents that transpired today.
Yeah.
One about Toy.
Yeah,
one about Clara.
There are the two.
So what did the court already say about Clara?
Clara, I said that, but probably you're on the phone. Clara and her defense team, they are required from now till Monday 4 o'clock to produce a document which is producing evidence against themselves to prove that they were involved with corruption. And Minister Samuel Toy case was ordered today to proceed. So those were the two major cases at the Supreme Court. So the grounds of the judiciary today was very heated.
So Minister McGill wrote, and then we can go to the telephone lines to pick calls. And those of you sending me text, we keep emphasizing. I think we have to continue emphasizing. We are not giving $25,000 tonight. We said every Thursday we pay at least one person $25,000 every Thursday, not every day, every Thursday. So you will play yesterday. Those of you who play yesterday, those of you playing tonight, those of you who will play tomorrow, and those of you who will play on Thursday, we are going to put all your numbers in one pool, meaning in one area. And then we'll run the draws electronically. The lucky number, depending on the threshold of the transactions, the lucky number will walk away with $25,000. If there are many lucky winners, the money will be $25,000. So it is Thursday. Every Thursday on the show, we do draws. That's what we said. The short code, for those of you asking me, the short code to play the game is *255 *700 hash. Again, *255 *700 hash. And then you send and follow the instruction to play the game. Every Thursday, we'll pay at least one person $25,000 to say thank you for the week. That's what we said. Now, Mr. McGill wrote a piece that I like to read. Senator McGill now. He said, today's ruling in the matter involving the Cloud Weir Foundation, in which the state is seeking to compel the foundation to produce evidence against itself, and the court has upheld that request, is deeply troubling and, in my view, a travesty of justice. Article 21 of the Constitution of the Republic of Liberia is clear. No person shall be deprived of the rights of all property without due process of law. And no person shall be compelled to produce evidence against himself or herself. These are not suggestions. They are constitutional guarantees. In our system of justice, the burden rests on the state. When the government accuses a citizen or an institution of criminal wrongdoing, it must proceed lawfully in that, if necessary, and prove its allegations beyond a reasonable doubt in a court of competent jurisdiction. Unfortunately for us, we do not have competence in our courts. Legally, the laws establish the courts, but the competence, the human competence, is lacking. That is the foundation of criminal justice. This is the rule of law. Courts are not instruments of political convenience. Judges swear an oath to protect and defend the Constitution. Any judge who willfully violates that oath or circumvents constitutional protections for political considerations must be held accountable and should be ashamed. Liberia is not a banana republic. No judge is above the law. We will use our constitutional oversight powers to ensure that judicial abuses do not go unchecked. Judicial independence does not mean judicial immunity from accountability. Liberia will never become a banana republic where constitutional rights are ignored and state power is used to intimidate citizens. The Cloud Weir Foundation has consistently stated that it is open to full cooperation with any lawful investigation. Cooperation, however, does not mean surrendering constitutional rights. The Constitution remains supreme, and we will defend it He writes, Nathaniel McGill is the chairman of the CDC Legislative Caucus. You see, I say this to you, right? I want to say something about the Toy case, but I'm not going to say anything I will say, but not now, not tonight. Because in the Samuel Toy case, the reason why I'm not going to say anything, because I know where the case is going to end. I know how it's going to end. I know what's going to happen. For the Toy case, I'm already aware. I know what exactly going to happen in the Toy case. And maybe you will need Jesus Christ to come down. The two options. Probably will need Jesus Christ to come down, or we may have to engage in a popular uprising. Anything outside those two, the Unity Party is resolved. Let me read some comments from Facebook on the who posted. I'll go to the screenshot. I just screenshot more Unity Party the post. So I think this should be the post. Okay, let me get the post. Okay. Samuel D. Toy Jr. posted about an opinion poll conducted by a radio station. And he said in his post, Blaze FM radio polling tonight, CDC 46, UP 24, reason of the decade. Unquote. I will vote we because they lie on CDC about auditor's death and because we is not greedy for power. Unquote. Despite a slim margin, he turned power over. Unquote. This was Toya's post last weekend. And I circle the comments from all of the Unity Party folks that I know, including government officials. Deputy Minister for Information, Daniel Sanders writes, Honor 12 post. Now read. He said, you are nothing but a common criminal. It is only a matter of time before you are convicted of your crimes. Nobody takes you seriously. This was the first comment Daniel Sano made on a Twitter post. He comes back with the second comment. He said, Mr. Talking Tom, be assured that never again will Liberians allow their CDC to encounter that tragedy of a CDC-led government. But the post I want you to focus on is the first comment.
Mm-hmm. It's just a matter of time.
He said, you are nothing but a common criminal.
Mm.
We hear that one plenty times. Mm. Then he went further. He said, and it's only a matter of time
for you to be convicted.
Before you are convicted.
Yeah.
The Deputy Minister
for Public Affairs
at the Ministry of Information is already aware that Samuel Toy will be convicted.
Yeah.
He's not an ordinary person. He is the deputy spokesperson for the government. He said it's a matter of time for you to be convicted. Eh? Another Unity partisan who I know from District 17, Eloshas Banks, he writes, we should come back for you to cause more fire damage. You know you are going down very soon. You know you are going down very soon. Daniel Sanders says, It's only a matter of time for you to be convicted.
And other men say,
The other men say, you know you are going down very soon. You're going down very soon, right? Let's go. Yeah, remember I responded to him because I know him. So I responded to him. I'm a boy. We can rack it.
Okay.
Jonathan W. Tanu. Jonathan Tanu. A popular Unity partisan on Facebook. He writes, you will be jail voting for Joe Weah. Say 12 will be in jail voting for George Weah. All these people are in a United Party, big people chat with them. They there, I know them there. Yeah? Let's go. Darius Greenfield. On to our post. Another popular Unity partisan that I know. Excuse me. He said, just by posting your orange jumpsuit, your orange suit is awaiting you. He said, he wanted to say, just be posting.
Yeah, just be posting,
your orange
jumpsuit
suit
is
awaiting you. He said, just be posting your orange suit is awaiting you. We're going. Bwaka Bo Heron. Bwaka Bo Heron. Another popular Unity partisan that I know very well and he knows me. He said, Samuel D. Toure Jr., you won't have the ability to even see election day. Your criminal self will go to jail. Let's go. Let's go. Changing waves. Changing waves. A Unity policy, see your Baga picture? You see your Baga? You see Baga and Chom picture? I prove a picture. He said, don't think about the big change that awaits you at the junction of guilty verdict. Yeah? Let me read again. Changing views. Changing waves. He said, don't think about the big change that awaits you at the junction of guilty verdict. Many. Spark Dolly. Another Unity partisan on to our post. Say your crying time coming, my friend. Just wait and see. Sorry. Yeah. Go. Yeah. He said your crying time coming, my friend. Just wait and see. Yeah, many you see the comments? You see the comments? The many?
Many.
Go, Ernest Lawrence. The court is ready to hear your case. So get ready, Papa.
Already discussed and sanctioned.
D. Darcy Tier. Another Unity partisan. The Supreme Court of Liberia transferred the criminal case involving ex-finance minister Samuel D. Toure Jr. for wait and see. Wait and see. I didn't circle the one where? What he say here? CARSEE. KC. Another UP man says you will vote in Morovia Central. You want to say Central, you say Center. You will vote in Morovia Central Precinct. Goes on, Solomon Gia. You will cast your vote in South Beach.
You want to know him?
Thank God you know him.
We're from the same community.
Okay. Solomon Gia. He said you will cast your vote in South Beach. And we hear.
Look at Sulu. I'm give you realize.
Momo Kone. South Beach awaits you soon. South Beach awaits you soon. These are Unity partisans who are not ordinary partisans. They are in the UP senior chat rooms. Shane Leon Cornelius. When you go to jail for 5 years, you can vote for him there. When you go to jail for 5 years, you can vote for him there. You see that? Ambassador Camo. Che Elo, how long from now to Tuesday of next week? Into the Tuesday? Okay. And he's already resolving the code? They make a name Ambassador Joe Wa Camo.
Staunch partisan.
He says, Che Elo, how long from now to Tuesday of next week? Today, Tuesday.
Yeah,
he said he's resolving the code?
Yeah, the 24th.
Edward C. Melo. Edward C. Melo. If you come back home today, then you are already a man. Tony Harrison. Hope you are getting for South Beach pressing you. Hope you are getting ready. He said, hope you are getting for South Beach pressing you. Hope you are getting for South Beach pressing you.
He wanted to say getting ready.
Tony Harrison. Kere Bay. What you say?
Today, February 24th.
Are you coming, right?
Yes.
End of the February 24th?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Bobby Body. A real Unity partisan. What you say? 12 your days are numbered. South Beach await you very soon. Your days are numbered. South Beach await you very soon. Moses is cool. You still talking 12? You still talking 12? The Supreme Court will humble you. The Supreme Court will humble you. Ima Zanzan, Ima Le Zanzan Kawa Voss. Where is he? Where is he? Something like English is speaking here, right? These are comments for Unity partisans. Sharon L. Gabu Kepa. Sharon Kepa.
It keeps going.
Popular Unity Party girl. Plenty people know on Facebook. She said, all I see is an incoming sentencee looking for attention. All I see is an incoming sentencee looking for attention.
Liberia.
Nambiu Abel SK, another UP man. He said, don't forget about South Beach too close for you. Don't forget about South Beach too close for you. South Beach too close for him. Means pretty soon you go to South Beach. Ezekiel Doe. That's why criminal court with JU. Controlling opinions from Unity partisans. Abdullah Masaleh. Abdullah Masaleh. He said the next time you will redo this post is when you are in South Beach facility. The next time you will redo this post is when you are in South Beach facility. I don't know what you'll be doing there. Take it or leave it. Julius Matthews. Next results It's 2029. So stop wasting your time and think about the criminal code C. A few months from now, you might be in a good single room during the real election.
I say,
You see,
yeah.
These are all you need,
Yeah, sure. I'm seeing.
Causing wobble. Very soon, the court will start on your case because the rears will coming to hit the face. Liberia rising. You heading to South Beach very soon. Suleimani Vamuyan Sharif, go to court and clear your name first. LG Fit Benua. I don't know why the Supreme Court is still wasting time with this mail. The instruction we gave him. Why he wasting time?
Why you can't go by the instruction, or why they can't go by the instruction?
Ironic Wallace. The court is ready to hear your case. So get ready, Baba. Diane Face Bovey Jr. You know the party man. You are never coming back to government, even if you survive your litigation before you. I don't blame you for showing face in public discourse. This administration is dragging its feet on giving our country justice. Justice to go to jail. In the wisdom, justice means go to jail.
Yeah.
Be guilty.
Yeah. By force.
Time is now, friend. We got less than 5 minutes. So I just leave it there. I know how to a case will end. So for me, that's what it is. We'll take calls on the different issues we spoke about. Probably tomorrow, find time to talk about these cases more and run into these cases because we are expecting something about the Claho Foundation case, and we hope we can get it between now and tomorrow before our show. We want to spend time on the Claho Foundation thing. We'll have to set some fundamental basis.
Yeah.
We have to lay some foundation and do some reflective analysis of where we've come from as a country with this whole Claho Foundation thing. So you have an idea. Some people still do not know what this foundation is all about. People still talking about, we just see 21 children, we just see 10 children, we just see 12. They don't have an idea. And some of us will not sit down and allow what we also embrace while CDC was in power, to repeat itself. The vacuum, the absence, the lack of adequate information and explanation to the people. They need it. So tomorrow we are going to take our time to talk Clear Hope Foundation in our own voice, in our own words, to you. That foundation will be protected. The government has 2 options. Joseph Boakai has 2 options. He resigns the presidency or he leaves the presidency and take Clear Hope Foundation. Because the court does not have any legal ground to give the foundation to anybody. The court has sufficient political ground to turn the property over to to Joe Boakai, his wife. The court, let me repeat, the court has sufficient legal ground, political grounds to say, you take that property. Let's just pretend like we're using the courts. The court is a two-flat bulldog. It's a corridor for Boakai. So yes, on political grounds. And so now, when you're taking political action to siege somebody's property, we use political action to resist. When the grounds for the investigation are established on legal principles, adequate legal principles, all of us, the other day I was here, all of us will subject or encourage. We don't even have to tell Claire we are, because she has insisted, the foundation has repeatedly stated that they are committed to subjecting themselves to a legal process in a court of competent jurisdiction.
Sure.
When you choose to use political actions to claim somebody's investment, then obviously there are consequences associated. And it is obviously that you should expect counter political action to resist that attempt. All those attempts. The government is joking. The court is now being used as a terrain, an environment, a corridor to stir chaos. The wars that were fought here, our borders were used. Traps were used, were influenced, put against each other. This time in 2026, nobody using guns. The people, politicians, Braka is using the courts that are supposed to be adjudicating cases, managing, dispensing justice, fairness, ensuring fairness, and protecting the integrity and the sanctity of our courts, and jealously protecting our laws. Instead, the courts are now becoming a playground for Joe Braka. He goes so he pays there. He goes so he eats there. He goes on the other side, he cooks there. He goes on the other side, he sleeps there. Roaming the courts, the corridors of the courts. He has a special court. Whenever he wants to urinate, he goes there and urinates. When he wants to cook, he goes to the other side, it's a kitchen, he cooks. He wants to eat, he goes to the other court, it's a dining room, he eats. He wants to relax and watch TV, he goes to the other court, it's a living room. He wants to sleep, he goes to the other court, it's a bedroom, he sleeps. If Katumi wants to take bath, she goes to the other court, it's a bathroom, she takes bath. This is the dangerous path that our courts have established for Joe Braka. So if anything happens tomorrow, I will not be a part of those who will blame Joe Braka. I will stand with those who blame the courts, because the courts ignore justice. The courts ignore fairness. And they all scrape themselves from the lower courts to the Supreme Court. They all scrape themselves naked and dancing to Joe Braka's tune, ignoring the foundation, the strength, the intention of our Constitution, the authority of our laws. This is a shame to democracy. This is an embarrassment to justice. We are fast becoming a mess. Justice is no more guaranteed. Human beings, people's freedoms are no more respected. When freedom, human rights, our constitution are supposed to be jealously celebrated, protected. They have all been urinated on by Joe Braka, and the courts are opening their arms, their jackets, their chest, their hearts, their mouths. They're all opening them for Braka to enter into them. They call it politics. And we all should sit and accept that this is politics. They call it intellectual think. They call it the use or the display of power, the exercise of power and authority. We take that play, that childishness, that senseless and reckless behavior to the courts, and the courts open up to recklessness. And they call it justice. We'll be here tomorrow. We'll be here tomorrow. They say there are certain things that either make you or they break you. The first thing that should have broken Joe Barker, and they don't say that thing, was an attempt to deny Funanti from even contesting. It almost denied Joe Barker the presidency because they had no quorum to have gotten inaugurated. Because lawyers don't know, man, if you try to tell people now, you will not get quorum, and you will not be inaugurated. And 1 minute after the time you're supposed to be inaugurated, you're not president. How you raise it? You tell me, stand there, you go ahead with the election. That's how Funanti became president. I mean, speaker. I'm amazing. Then he became speaker. They started fighting recklessly, carelessly. He almost broke the government down. If I strangulated the government for more than 7 years, almost, that won't pass because people got soft heart for the state. If those politicians had seen Bwaka and not Liberia, but now Liberia is chaotic, Bwaka is not president, I can say this. The next national broke on this government was the attempt to demolish the CDC headquarters. God first, George Weah second. Today we are a peaceful place. The property is demolished. Liberia is still peaceful. CDC is still surviving. George Weah is still strong. He's not broken. And all of us who support him are still strong and not broken. This is the third attempt. Those of you who believe in Liberia and not George Weah and Joseph Barker. Those of you who believe in Liberia and not CDC or Unity Party. Before 1989 and I led to the 1990 war, there were many attempts on towards life before they finally succeeded. When Joe became president, there were many attempts on his life before they succeeded in killing him. When Charles became president, there were many attempts to get him out before they finally got him out. Erin has her own history. She knows her own history. She knows what she did in this country to keep herself running. But we passed those decadent periods, and then Erin came into play. We started experiencing real democracy. They were fragile, but we managed past almost 25 years running. I think 18, 19 years now running. We got 10, 12, 6. That's 18, 19, 20. That's 20 years. This is 21 year running. Joe Barker would not use 3 years to destroy something that we all have suffered for over 20 years. And use 1 year of short moment to destroy it. Some of us will not always say yes to Weah. Let's be frank. And Mr. Weah knows that some of us will not always say yes to him. Some of us will not always support every action or decision that CDC takes or decide to take. We have a history of disagreeing with them internally now on some issues. Seeing that we have a history of disagreeing with UP on issues, and we have a history of supporting UP people on some issues. But when it borders on the security of our country, our peace process, our peace, in fact, then it becomes, we all, at that point, there should be a convergence of ideas, of patriots, of nationalists to come together and solve that problem. Because at that point, our peace is at stake, is threatened as a result of a political action. This is not a legal action. This is a political action. We want to protect our constitution and defend our peace process equally. Equally. But we can use our constitution, bend the laws, the requirements in the constitution, sit in the courts, bend the laws, the requirements in the constitution, and target a political class the hegemon of the major political class, those who sit at the hegemon of the major political class in the country. We can raise that one. That's why I say at this point, there has to be a conversion. In decent democracies, this point becomes a convergence where everybody now from all sides now will come together and say, hey, what is the real issue? Answer code, answer this, council of churches, what's the real issue? Let's see the issue here. Take all the issue, let's see it. Because we will not sit down here and because of your action or your personal vendetta, you risk or you jeopardize our peace process. So we want to see too. I rest my case here. Tomorrow, the council of churches, you'll be part of our discussion again. Are your friend? But again, keep your feet to the fire. If somebody Reese is not ready for leadership, he must go. The man is president of the Baptist the Pastor Community College. He has to go.
Which is a government
position. Need somebody presiding over the council of churches that still, because the council still has that semblance of that willingness, sees a willingness in people in the council
of balancing the society
to engage. But the laws, the way their laws are structured is, it's tying down other people there. Let the men leave the people position and go do a president job at Basel College and let the council becomes active again. The bar association is already compromised. Few persons there still maintaining their independence in the leadership, but they can't speak again because the same way they structure the law of the bar association. AFIA is a disaster already, so I can't even talk about it because a senior Palestinian is president for AFIA, so it's a disaster. I can't even make reference to it. These are civil society or advocacy groups that you have no limitation on what they advocate for or against. We've seen bad governance, wearing coat suit, decent suit, roaming the corridors of the coast, undermining every fabric of our peace, shaking, pushing, digging, undermining the foundation of our democracy. And everybody is sitting there, nobody wants to say anything. The other day I was just telling people, if these people want the people to give it to them, right? I want to see show. Let's see what will happen to Georgia. I said it will not move Georgia. It will have no impact on Claudia. Nothing. If Georgia say he won't be president again, it will affect him in no way.
It's -0 or impact.
Nothing. So it is not about George Weah. It is about this country
and the laws of our country.
But when you try to trample on the rights of people, you going outside begging people. You are a beggar. You're a dependent country already, heavily dependent on aid and begging, and then you won't be misbehaving here with people who are supposed to be the face of your country out there. Read the U.S. Department Security Review on your country. It's appalling. And you guys are doing nothing. Nothing you guys are doing. Junkies, I think we have to go. We're not taking calls tonight.
No, we are not taking calls.
We're not taking calls. We're already gone. This matter was important. We will talk about it tomorrow, but it was important we laid the basis tonight.
Yes.
So you know how the show is going to be tomorrow. So we have to go. We have to go. Thank you, all of you.
So all of you following, we want to say thank you. Keep following us. We'll be back tomorrow, same time, same station, same frequency, and the same pair. Austin Kawa, Junkies Morris will be here tomorrow, 8 to 10. Freedom Hard Talk.
My people, where you at? Wake up from your slumber, stop sleeping.
Oh yes, thank you. We have to go. We'll be back here tomorrow by God's grace. But until tomorrow, do have yourselves blessed moments in your respective areas. My name is Austin Kawa. Junkies Morris will see you. We shall be back here tomorrow by God's grace. Until then, good night.